Short time ago, the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Bush. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off play action. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to...
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chuck Clark. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it. Taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. It'll lead to a 3rd and long. These two teams all tied after one. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And taken right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On second down, it's short.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action. It's Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 29, the 40, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point attempt to come here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
On the return is Duvernay. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack. And he's taken down back at his own 7. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. That's short. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On third down, Jackson. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. It's Bush. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. They'll look to throw again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick here is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return is Duvernay. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you've got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. They'll drop to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal. He finds his man complete. That's Waters. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return is Duvernay. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's still on his feet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the gun, Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They'll keep it on the ground.
Short.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Back now in Baltimore. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He'll buy some time right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He finds his man complete. It's Bush. And some room to work. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with a football.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
Trying to run it in with Montgomery.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return is Duvernay. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Eagles 36, Ravens 14.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return is Duvernay. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's short. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's short. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second down and goal. Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Third and goal, Jackson. Touchdown! Devin Duvernay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard, where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return is Duvernay. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to go up top again. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.